So-ka-toa. So-ka-toa. Say it after me. So-ka-toa. Soak your toe. That's the trig ratios, and you need to remember them for trig, for CSEC trig. So SOHCAHTOA. SOHCAHTOA. Sine is opposite over hypotenuse, cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse, and tan is opposite over adjacent. Now, this only applies to right angled triangles. If you are given a scalene triangle or any other kind of triangle, you're not going to use the trig ratios. You're either going to use the sine rule or the cosine rule, which I'll touch on in a little bit. So remember, SOHCAHTOA, draw your right angle triangle and write in the hypotenuse, adjacent, and opposite. So the hypotenuse is opposite to the right angle, that's the longest side in the right angle triangle. The adjacent side is the side that is touching the angle that you're referring to. Opposite is opposite to the angle that you're referring to. The reference angle can change. It can be any one of the two acute angles, and so the opposite and adjacent sides can change. So find out first what is the reference angle, and the line that is opposite to the reference angle is opposite. The line that touches the reference angle is adjacent. The hypotenuse is always the longest side, which is opposite to the right angle. Make sure those are clear. Tip number 2, choose your trig ratios very carefully, right? Because you need to know, are you going to be using sine? Are you going to be using cosine? Are you going to be using hypotenuse? And it all depends on what the question is asking for. Okay? If you're given opposite and hypotenuse, you're going to use sine. Or if you're given opposite and want the hypotenuse, or given hypotenuse and want the opposite. If you're given adjacent and want the hypotenuse, or hypotenuse and want the adjacent, you're going to use cosine. For tan, it's adjacent and you want opposite, or you're given opposite and you want the adjacent. It's very important, so make sure you draw your right angle triangle, put in the values that you're given in the correct places. Tip number 3, for the special triangle, the 30, 60, 90 triangle, the sides would be, using the unit triangle. So the side would be 1, root 3, and 2, right? The sine of 30 degrees is a half. Cosine of 30 degrees would be root 3 over 2. And the tan of the 30 degrees would be 1 over root 3. Tip number 4, for the special isosceles triangle, which is also a right angle triangle. So it's a right isosceles where you have two 45 degrees angles and the 90-degree angle. So the side for the unit triangle will be 1, 1, and root 2. Sine of 45 degrees is the same as cos 45 degrees, and that's 1 over root 2, and the tan of 45 degrees is 1. You can memorize these are important. Tip number 5, where it comes to your calculator, well, you're not going to be using the calculator for the paper 1, but just as a special note, when you're dealing with trig, make sure the calculator is in degree mode and not radian mode, because you'll be getting incorrect answers. You can check if it's in degree mode, just punch in like sine 30 and you should get 0.5. You should see the D or the DEG at the top of your calculator. That lets you know you're in degree mode. Tip number 6, when dealing with angle of elevation and angle of depression, remember the angle of elevation is calculated looking up from the horizontal, right? Angle of depression is calculated looking down from the horizontal. They both form alternate angles, which we like to call Z angles, so they should be equal. Tip number 7, where it comes to bearings. Now remember, for the bearings, they are taken from north. And so let's say the bearing of B from A, whichever one it says from that point, you put your north line at that point, and then you take the bearing clockwise, right? I remember the degrees for bearings are written in three digits. Tip number 8, where it deals with Pythagoras' theorem. Remember, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. This is only for right angle triangles, and use it when there is no angle given. You can use it to find the missing sides or any one of the two acute angles. Tip number 9, a common error is using sine when you should use cosine, or vice versa. So it's very important to label your opposite, adjacent, and hypotenuse first before you start doing any calculations. Tip number 10, CSEC prefers the exact values. So if you can put the answers, leaving it in third form, you can leave your answers in third form, then it is better than actually writing the decimals. Tip number 11, eliminate any answers that cannot possibly be, right? So remember, for sine and cosine, the maximum is 1. So if you get an option that is less than 1, greater than 1, like 1.5, or that cannot be correct. Tip number 12, the sine rule. So remember the sine rule, A over sine A equal B over sine B equals C over sine C. You're only gonna need 2 parts of it at any time. So you use it when you're given 2 angles, when you're given 2 angles and one side, or you're given 2 sides and you need the angle that's not included in the 2 sides. Tip number 13, now for the cosine rule, c squared equal a squared plus b squared minus 2ab cos c. So we use that one when we're given 3 sides, or when we have 2 sides and the included angle. Tip number 14, for the area of the triangle, we actually have 3 formulas that we can use. Half base times height if we're given the base and the height. And this does not have to be for the right angle triangle if you know the height. Or half AB sine C. And we can also use Heron's formula if we're given the 3 sides of the triangle. And my last tip, for the trig graphs, which are not likely to get, but just in case. So remember, for sine, it goes from 0, 1, 0, negative 1. And for cosine, 1, 0, negative 1, 1. 0, 1. So you can look out for those just in case, right? So those are my tips for trig. Check out the other videos where I look at every single topic that you'll be getting on the CSEC paper 1.